What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just B, and welcome to the Just B Show. Now, as you already know, I'm sure, or for you newcomers, this is called Talented Friends. This particular series is when I travel all around the world, when I get a chance to, but you know, black people, for one, we don't go certain places, because they got big bugs, and I can't deal with that. And then the world is crazy right now, so I'm not sure if I even want to go anywhere. But I will one day. But when I go around these places, I be in caves because I hike a lot. I could be skydiving, deep sea fishing, skateboarding on a train, anywhere, the weirdest places, man, except like the bathroom. Don't talk to me when we're in the bathroom. That's weird. But I love meeting people, man. And as soon as I meet people, they instantly kind of just become my friend. I guess because my personality, I don't know. I just like talking to people, period. I got a big mouth and I'm nosy, so this is why I do what I do. Real talk, man. And then I give them the opportunity. I'm like, yo, if they're not local, yo, you should come to Vegas. Come to Vegas. Come sit at the Just B Show here at Cash Valley Music Studios and just sit down and have a genuine conversation with your boy. That's what I love to do. And I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. I don't do much research on the people. If I like their name and their content, I'll be like, hey, man, come be on the show. But I like to start my interview as soon as I meet them, in person. And that's when it becomes genuine, authentic, real, raw, and uncut. So make sure you get that to me today before I even introduce you. But I'm sure half the world probably know who you is. You know what I mean? But we gonna figure it out, man. And then we just have a genuine conversation, y'all. So welcome, and I want y'all to give a big shout out, a big round of applause to my homeboy, Eric Stackz, man. And thanks for chopping it up with me, man.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
Finally, man, I've been seeing you floating around, but you ain't been saying nothing like you like a hummingbird. But not saying shit, just silent.
Let's be low key, man. Oh, shout out to IC.
Oh, what's up, King?
So what's up?
Yeah. Shout out to IC Jones, y'all. 100. But I mean, what's up, man? Like, what you been up to, man? Why you ain't been in here sooner? I'm talking shit.
Man, you know, I ain't gonna say it because the YouTube algorithm, but the Demi kind of, put things on hold. Because I'm still kind of new out here. So I've been out for 3 years.
From where?
From Chicago.
Well, why everybody coming to Vegas?
Shout out to I'll be telling Chicago niggas, stay back. I left y'all. Don't come back here. Sorry to Chicago. Stay back. Because I'm going to have to move back to Chicago.
Right. I mean, what made you come out here, though?
Make a long story short, like, I really wanted to move to Cali, Miami, or Vegas. So
Miami, get your ass trouble.
Yeah. That shit mad expensive, too. Bro.
Man, I love Miami, bro. It gets you in trouble, boy.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just want the new beginning. I grew up, like, a lot of people don't know the me, so I'm glad I'm here. Okay. Like, I grew up in, like, rough environments.
Because I want to know who you is before Stackz.
Yeah, I grew up in rough environments and shit, so, like, foster homes and shit. So I didn't accumulate the best social circle, necessarily. They wasn't bad people. They was decent, but a lot of them didn't want to make moves.
Okay.
So, make a long story short, I'm like, I had a new mindset, so I'm like, okay, I want to move and meet people with my mindset of today. Okay. So then I was taking trips. I used to be in a travel club. I used to travel around.
A travel club? Mm-hmm. What the fuck's that? What's that?
It was like some network marketing type shit. You'll see it.
You get to travel around the world?
Yeah, this is a lot more to it. But
hey, travel club people.
That's why it's frequent flyers.
Hey, hook me up.
That's why it's frequent flyers.
Hook me up.
Frequent flyers.
Hook me up, y'all.
So when I came to Vegas, I loved it here. So I came like 3 times. First time vacation. But then I just loved it, man. And everybody was like hustling and moving. I just like the environment. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's go.
Man, well, welcome to the Just B Show again, brother.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying? You done messed up and mentioned that you grew up in rough neighborhoods.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm nosy.
Okay.
But the whole narrative to the story is to smile, laugh, motivate, be better than yesterday, of course. Inspire each other, inspire everybody, motivate everybody, and just just drop gems. And most importantly, inspire yourself. So whatever you take off the show, make sure it's for you first.
All right.
You feel me? So, foster homes. Like, how long?
Oh, shit.
I don't want to know all the details.
No, that's cool. I actually like telling my story.
Tell me. I want to. Let me kick my feet up.
Let me kick my feet up. Be saying shit, be silent, but if my story can help somebody, it ain't about me.
Man, that's what it's about.
Once upon a time, young Stackz when I was just chump change.
He said.
But,
he said from Stackz to chump change.
Yeah, I was chump change, pocket change. So my mom and stuff was on drugs. So I had 2 sisters. My mom was on drugs. To make a long story short, life started spiraling. So around 11 and 12, I was in a lot of different homes. Okay. Now I could say, maybe it was luck, maybe it was God, whatever. I did around 12 land a good foster home, and she took care of me. So I met a few of these people I see on there.
Okay.
So it was pretty good living, but it was pretty good living actually. I lived in a nice solid, I'll say from about 12 to 18, I lived in like the suburbs.
Okay.
And then from 18, I moved on my own to about 27ish. I moved back to the hood.
Oh.
Yeah, so I moved back to the hood and shit. So I don't know. I just started doing a lot of self-development, man. I didn't really have like a father figure raising me, so I had to do a lot of self-development. Actually,
Oh, I understand.
yeah, like working on yourself.
Oh, I understand.
Oh, damn, I got PTSD.
I'm sure plenty of us understand. You feel me?
So I just started getting into motivational stuff like Tony Robbins and
Yeah.
going down that field. So it really helped me understand myself. So when I realized like your environment played a big part of it, I was like, fuck it, I gotta move.
Yeah.
I ain't nowhere.
Right.
I just try shit out until something stuck.
What was the hardest part for you during that process? What was the hardest thing to just grasp onto?
As far as doing the foster home process or the
No, the transition.
The transition here?
The self-development.
The self-development part. It really wasn't hard. It gave me clarity. I always felt these things, but I didn't know.
Right.
I couldn't go walk up to my homie and shit and be like, oh yeah, I'm trying to hear that shit.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't hard. It was just hard acting on it more so.
Right.
Just acting on actually taking the effort to do it.
Right.
Other than that, I had to be real myself since a youngin', so that wasn't really that hard.
Yeah, the hardest thing for me was to learn patience. Because I wanted to, like a firecracker. You know, like the, that big American flag firecracker that they bring out, and you like that motherfucker be like, nigga. I'll be like, on the go. My mind be non-stop, you feel me? But once I learned patience, that's what you just heard in that one song we was just listening to. Like, once I let go of blame and found patience, that's when I grew. You feel me? So that was the hardest part for me. I was like, fuck. If I didn't have patience, I would not be able to conduct this show the way I do.
Yeah.
It'll fuck me up. I'll be like, my nigga, I quit. I'm leaving. I'm leaving for real.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, what made you want to originally get into the whole field that you're in now? As far as like the rap mentoring and shit.
Once upon a time again.
Oh, I'm gonna hook it up too.
Okay, so I've been doing music, like writing. Maybe not professionally, but I've been writing music since I was like, I played when I was around like 8, but I started writing serious around like 12. So I ended up meeting like one of my homies. He actually rapped with me. Y'all see him on the channel.
Okay.
Sean Travis. Shout out to Sean Travis.
Shout out.
So he was a little older than me at the time. He don't actually put me on the Tony Robbins stuff. But we got cool because we worked in the airport, hence frequent flyers. You know what I mean? We worked in the airport again. I can't dodge airplanes. I can't dodge airplanes. But so when I met him and shit, he heard my music. He was like, man, I think we can make some music together.
Right.
So I ended up linking up with him. We wrote music. That got our relationship together. So then he ended up putting me on this Tony Robbins stuff.
Okay.
So I never seen that shit before. So that was the beginning. What gave me my passion for being a rap coach. I always did music, but I was conflicted because music was always I felt like it was my passion, but I felt like coaching and helping people was my purpose.
That was one of my questions.
Yeah, it was my purpose.
Damn.
And yeah, so if I wasn't a rapper, I'd be a life coach.
Okay.
So I wanted to kind of blur the two together. So I was like, okay. Because I didn't want to mess up my rapping brand, but I did have a strong urge to coach and help. Right. So I'm like, how can I blend the two? So I'm like, oh, rap coach. It's still connected to mostly the coaching.
Okay.
So, I just like to motivate and inspire through rap.
Right.
So.
Got you. So, do you think that you got to be a dope rapper to be a rap coach?
I think you have to have a high altitude of knowledge. Even if you're not the best yourself, you got to have a lot of knowledge. Because some people just don't have the it factor.
Okay.
I think I got the it factor.
Right.
I hope y'all think I do. But I think you have to have a lot of knowledge. You got to break that shit down to a science.
What y'all think? Y'all think you got the it factor?
Y'all been out.
Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all gonna say. Y'all do audience. Y'all better say I got the it factor. Don't play with me. I'll be helping y'all. I'll be helping y'all. Don't play with me. But but I do think you have to have a high degree of knowledge.
Okay.
Like down to a science.
Right.
It can't be no vague. You can't fake to be a rap coach. You ain't gonna get away with that shit so long. I built the audience mostly because of my knowledge. You can't fake that shit too long.
I think I want to be a podcast coach.
You probably could, man. You know how to break that shit down to a science.
I do. The way I break this brand down.
Yeah, that's what.
I'll break it down later. Make.
I ain't even heard of a podcast coach. That would be dope. I never heard of that.
I think I have. Maybe like a program.
It might be.
I don't know. But a rap mentor, that's super dope. You know what I mean? So do you cater to like specific kind of rappers, or I don't know. It's just artists in general.
As they typically, I mean, you can fucking be Drake if you want to. I don't think Drake needs my advice though. But the genre don't matter.
That'd be dope.
The genre don't matter.
Okay.
Like I've listened to so much music that like even if it ain't a genre, how I personally don't listen to. Mm-hmm. I heard so much music that I can look past my personal taste and break it down. So the genre don't matter. I typically help more lower, just starting artists or the artist that's one away from getting to that next point.
Okay.
I usually typically help them.
Okay. So it's fair to say you provide artist development, then, right? Mm-hmm. Because I know in your local Las Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. You live here and everything. Because it was a lot of posts going around, like on Facebook and Instagram, saying like Vegas is missing that. Vegas is missing artist development businesses or people or consultations and shit like that. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, oh yeah. Take them on their business now.
Yeah. I'm gonna come to your shit.
But yeah, so they were they was talking about that shit like there's not many artist development companies out here. You feel me? So it sounded like maybe they was just looking the wrong direction.
I mean, my opinion, it's not much artist development even in the industry no more.
At all?
It's really not they don't do it no more. Everybody want to quit. So they don't want to sit down and mold the artist. Right. That's why you get a lot of run-of-the-mill same artists. They come in, leave. Yeah. So I felt like that was a gap. So I wanted to be the person that fulfills that gap.
Right.
And also, what I've noticed is, I don't care if it's the NBA, I don't care if it's being a doctor, you kind of know the steps to get there, and you can kind of tell if you're good enough right away. Okay. So if you want to be a doctor, get your money up, go to school. There's probably other stuff in between, but for the most part, get your money up, get good grades, go to school, and from that point, you can tell, you got what it takes, or you not. Them grades gonna tell you.
Right.
Even basketball, as hard as it is, be tall, have skills, get good grades. Then some politics come in, but you can kind of tell.
Hold up. He said, be tall.
Yeah, I'm giving you the bland version, but work hard, be tall, have skills, do good in school. Then when you get in college, you can kind of tell if you're ready for the NBA. Now, you can kind of tell maybe I should turn around, maybe I should keep going.
Right.
But rap is not like that. It's like you can be the dopest fucking rapper. You can be Eminem, Tupac, and Biggie mixed together, and no one gives a shit. Then you can be a trash rapper. I'm not going to throw nobody's name in there because I don't like to down them. But you could be a trash-ass rapper and be the biggest in the world.
Be the biggest in the world.
So, look, I'm not famous, so I can't teach you how to be famous. But I wanted to make a super, a path, a clear-cut path where you can kind of tell. Like, you do this, you do that. You can kind of tell, are you ready or you not? Maybe you should get a job, go to school, or keep going. So,
right. Yeah, I feel it. And I mean, tell me what y'all think about that. You feel me? Especially the artists that's tuned in with us today. Tell us how you feel. Like, do you feel like that gap, like there is a gap there, first of all? And if you do feel like there is a gap there, does it need to be fulfilled? And can something like what Eric Stackz does fulfill that gap? And if so, I mean, hit my boy up for sure. I mean, tell them where they can find you. Anyway.
Oh, you just find me on Instagram at Eric_Stackz. It'll say Frequent Flyers. And then you can find me on YouTube. Just type in Eric Stackz. It'll say Eric Stackz, my rap mentor.
Yeah, that's for that right there. So, man, we focus on self-love, unity, and progression. So, of course, I'm going to ask questions directed around those things. Okay. So, starting with self-love, because that's my favorite. Because for a long time, I didn't know how to take care of myself. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But I was more into instant gratification. You feel me? I was very good at it. But when I learned self-love, I was like, oh, shit. We good. Like, I'm good. Like, oh, this makes sense. This makes sense. So some of the things that I do is do this podcast. I like to work out sometimes when I ain't eating in the middle of the goddamn night. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Some of this. Yeah, wait, I can't say it.
Yeah, I'm a mix. I'm skinny fat is what they call me, right? I just try to do things. I try to meditate because it's really hard for me to stop thinking so much, and it's hard for me to focus. But what are some things that you do? Because I know you do a lot.
As far as the self-love?
As far as self-love, taking care of self.
I need to get into meditating. A couple people told me that. I don't really meditate, but I talk to myself a lot when I'm alone. In my head. Okay. So sometimes one of the main things I like to do is have that, like, sometimes I need just some me time. Like, no distractions, little to no phone, no people calling me, go just by myself in a little corner and just start. I talk to myself and then I try to self-evaluate. Like, okay, what have you been doing good this year? Right. What have you been lacking on? Why are you lacking on that? Why are you doing good in this? So I try to interview myself per se. Okay, and then that makes sense. Try to break it down to like something simple because I used to overthink, too many thoughts. So I'll try to like Every year I try to find 2 to 3 things I can improve on, and then 2 or 3 things I can pat myself on the back.
Right.
You did your thing, bro. Look in the mirror, you that dude.
Right.
But still work on this. You know what I mean? Combination. of confidence,
Yeah.
But still being humble.
Yeah, confident, humble. No, I don't like the way that sounds.
Humble.
We definitely can't use that word.
Edit
Nah,
this out.
we gonna put an X. We gonna put an X right there. I'm gonna put that shit and be like, what? We definitely got to leave that part out. But no, I feel you, man, and that's super, super dope, man. And for the most part, I'm the same way. But it's best for me to just have my little cocky moments alone by myself with nobody around, because if it ricochet off of some shit, if it come out and it ricochet like boom, 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 I'm gonna just start floating, levitating, and it's gonna be bad, bro. Because I probably wouldn't allow I think I'm strong enough to not revert back to that.
Feel trickle out though.
Sometimes it drips sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Sometimes you gotta talk your shit sometimes a little bit.
Straight up, it's all good. But the second thing that I focus on is unity. So what type of things do you do as far as like, besides collaborating with me, having this interview, or what kind of other collaborations do you have, or things that you do within the community?
I'll say in the community, other than like, collaborating with y'all. I don't know, I say with unity, I just try to unite my team. Like, preach brotherly love. I think sometimes we're afraid to say we love our brothers out loud. So whether it's my family or whoever's close to me, I try to get them together. And I get it. Where I'm from, I get it. So I try to be the first one to put myself in the line. Like, look, I love you. I can say it out loud.
Right.
So I love my brother. I love my sister. Yeah. And I try to treat people.
It really is. It is hard for certain people to say that.
Yeah, you know where we from, man. It's kind of hard. They may think it, they may whisper it, but it's hard for them to say it. You know what I mean?
Not me. I be like, I love you, nigga.
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
just like that, too.
I try to give people their flowers while they here, man. You know what I mean? I try to respect people. And then another thing I like to do, too, is like, us being in this entertainment field, a lot of people get jealous sometimes of other people.
Yeah. Like I think so. I don't know.
Sometimes, I know at least because I mess with rappers a lot.
Right.
So a lot of times they get like they seem a little jealous sometimes. Okay. So I like to just reach out like, a little competitive. Like, you dope. Like, no, I like your stuff. I'll reach out, comment on it. I like your stuff. It's not wrong being competitive. Like, do I want to be the best? Hell fucking yeah. But I don't gotta be a hater. I don't have to be a hater in the process of being the best. I can still, if I think I'm great and I see greatness in you, then how about you great? Right. If anything, you make me want to go harder. Right. So I try to do that, man.
Yeah, I feel it, man. Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, right. But I still the best. But I gotta hate on you to be the best.
Right, like I ain't gotta put you down
and I salute you
to rise above. You know what I mean? Because that's always my number one goal too. Like, but I always tell everybody like, and my mother always tells me like, don't say this, and I'ma still say it. That's all bad. But no, let me try to figure out a better way to say it. It's not that I don't want to compete with my brothers, my people in my community. It's not a competition. Let's collaborate and figure out how to get bigger than the outside. And then when we get up there, then let's show y'all how we get up here. And let's collaborate because in my mind, Joe Rogan is the number one. And I'm going to continue to say this on every show. I got to manifest it. But no, Joe Rogan, I got much respect for him. I love his show. He's the number one podcast in the world. Last time I checked. Yeah. You know what I mean? Still there. He's my competition. You're number one. Why am I going to be in competition with anybody else? I'm not. It's a stepping stone to get to different levels, of course. But I don't want to compete with y'all. Let's collaborate. Yeah, let's collaborate. Whoever is meant to rise and whoever worked the hardest to get there, let's get it.
Let's get it. You know what I mean?
It's a fair battle, in my opinion. You feel me? Straight up. But yeah, man, so definitely keep it over the community, and all of your projects, and keeping your team. You got a big team?
Nah, it's really, it's really like me and my homie. Really, we be getting it from the mud, bro. You would think it's a team. Yeah. You would think it's a team. Like I always say, it's like 2-3 of us. We like 2 niggas apiece.
That's it?
It's really 3 of us, but we all at least like 2 people down there. That's how much skill we got. Nah, we doing this from the mud, bro. Yeah. And I'm new here still, and that thing last year blocked off a whole year. Right. So really, I feel like I'm just putting my feet down now. Right. The first year was trial, figuring it out, getting used to being here. Now I feel like this is now. Okay. Now, yeah. Okay. But I would like a team, so.
Look, on my mama. On my mama. But I got a team, man. I got Cashavelli, man. It's dope working with them. And they helpful, you feel me? So I know. You knowing them, you feel me? And it's a beautiful thing. But, once you get a team, I think the hardest part about finding a solid team is the process that you got to do of weeding people out.
Oh my God, that's so fucking hard. And my homie go through that shit all the time. Shout out to Rono.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Dillmatic, but yeah.
Because certain people just go through shit. And it's like, are they just going through something, or is this going to be a constant situation? Or you know what I mean? Just, and I'm not speaking about, I'm just speaking in general. You know, like, that's just one of the things you got to try to figure out when you build a team. And if you don't feel like you fit on one team, you're going to find a team that you fit in.
Stressful, bro.
I want to know more as far as a rap mentor, the artist development, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, I kind of be managing an artist. That's my boy. Okay. Shout out to Lit. But, you know, we making use your services. You know what I mean? So what's the different, kind of break it down for me.
I think, the main thing I specialize in is teaching rappers how to rap, gain fans, and monetize their fan base. But also, I'm real picky on branding. I get down to the nitty fucking gritty, like to the point where, like, if you start from ground zero, I can pretty much get you to a reasonable point. So a lot of artists that reach out to me, most artists just want to get their fan base up. That's really what it is. They don't even care about the money. They don't even care about. So I spend a lot of time teaching them how to brand and build their fans most of the time. The problem I notice with most starting artists, I don't care if it's podcast artists or anybody starting from the mud, their branding is not to par. They're not ready to be marketed, and they don't know that. And a lot of times they don't speak to any like specific audience. So basically, to go back, I've created a way where I can take what you do, look at it, analyze it, social media, your message, and then make it more marketable. So, and then after you market, you can start to run ads and get that fan base.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So, I mean, what do you, when you're doing it, what's the, what do they lack the most? You know what I mean?
I want to assume,
you just pretty much
assume that they at least can rap okay. A lot of them honestly say music just ain't that good. But we're gonna assume they're okay. They're a solid rapper. Let's say they're solid, their music is solid. The main thing they lack is a message and a brand. That's the main thing. You almost gonna get nowhere without a message and brand. I don't care if you got millions of dollars. Even if you do take millions, it's gonna take you way longer to build a fan base. So they usually lack a message and brand. They usually rap. I think the reason they try to copy off of like Drake, they don't realize like the point Drake at, he's a mainstream artist. His message is going to be kind of in general. When you start from the bottom, you need to be specific. So a lot of them, they don't have a clean cut story or a clean cut image. They just kind of a person. Raps about stuff.
Got you.
That's usually every artist I break down. That's usually the problem.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely get it. Brandon is very very important. You know what I mean? But if you take the time and just do it the first time,
it's kind of difficult for artists. I didn't know that shit when I was younger. I didn't know that shit. They ain't teach me that shit. So I get it.
You know why I've always, and not to say I've always been on point with branding, but before just recently, it wasn't for marketing purposes on why I was doing certain things. You know what I mean? It was because I like shit to match.
You OCD, ain't you? You OCD, right?
A little bit, you know what I mean? I'm a perfectionist, so to speak, you know what I mean? But I just like shit to match. I want all my colors to match. I don't want it to be a bunch of random everything.
I accidentally got a brand because I was just doing shit based off my interests, and all my interests just was around each other. I like traveling, I like clothes, I like motivating, and then when I got older, I just realized like, oh, that just all go together. So like, oh, I got a brand. I didn't know it. And then when I realized it, I just touched on it and made it a little more strategic. But mine was an accident too.
Yeah, for real. I was just like, I just like it to match.
It's cohesive.
Straight up. But like this one was the first one where I really put it together strategically. Like, okay, this is the message I want to put out.
Okay.
This is my mud that I came out of. You know what I mean? This is the people I want to inspire, and this is how I'm gonna do it. And these are the avenues I'm taking. That was tunnel vision.
It worked, man. Shit.
And I just created that.
It worked.
I just created my story through music. I'm trying to create it through art. You know what I mean? Through podcasting, interviewing, hosting, talking, everything. Clothes, everything.
Push a brand, man. Push a brand.
Everything, bro. Everything.
Yeah, speaking of that too, man, that's why my whole goal is ultimately to take an artist from square one to get to the point where you're at, like pushing more than just music, like a lifestyle, a culture, where you can monetize. Let's be real, music alone for independent artists is, I don't care if you're signed, it's pretty hard to make a lot of money with streaming. But I feel like music is really great to get attention. It's really great if you're good or solid. It's really good to get attention. Then monetize that. If you have a message, you can sell me a t-shirt. You can sell me a course on your podcast. I can watch your podcast.
Tell for the people that don't know, tell them what you mean by monetize.
Monetize. Okay.
They be like, what? What's that?
Monetize. What I mean by that is, my definition, at least, I want you to make money off of multiple things around your brand. It's not just music. A lot of you artists, and I get it, y'all come up, y'all think just music. If you really do the math, streams are terrible. It's about, to get 1 million streams, it's like, 1 million streams, like what, $4,000? 1 million streams, roughly. You know, most of us is not getting 1 million streams. I'm not getting no 1 million streams anytime soon. Even if I do, can it be consistent? Then we're not counting the money that you spend to market it, the playlisting, the so on and so on. So I feel like, and a lot of artists lack money. Usually lack money, brand, and just direction, right? So I figure like, if I can take you from ground zero, build a brand. So let's say you're rapper A, right? You're just your little Joe Blow, Joe Smooth, whatever, right? Let's say if you your culture is anime. That's your culture. So you make anime music. You get that attention, boom, 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 boom. Now your fans, they're into anime. They all have a common interest. Then you might want to sell a comic book. You might want to do a convention. You want to have an anime shirt, an anime podcast, and that way you can make money from multiple sources of income and take some of that slice, then put it into your music. Then when the label talk to you, they got to talk to you correctly. I'm already making money. I already got a fan base. Talk to me correctly.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Come with it.
Quantifiable steps. See, y'all gotta check me out.
But see, go check them out. Go check them out.
Hard to do, but simple. You know
Very simple. It is hard to do though. It is. And you know what I mean? And that's part of the reason why I love meeting different people that got a bunch of different talents, bro, because I be having to learn certain things. Certain things I be trying to figure out. and I'm very intelligent, I'm very smart, but I still get stuck with certain things. You know what I mean? And I try to make it make sense, so I try different things. I go down this road. It don't work. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Try it again. It don't work.
I really just took to keep it true with you. Other than music, I'm really into entrepreneurial like things. I've really took a lot of the entrepreneur ways of growing and I merged it with hip hop. That's really all my brand is. If you took rap and entrepreneurship and crash them motherfuckers together, you'll get what I'm doing pretty much. So I take a lot of tactics from, but I use them in a separate field. So I might take stuff that may be cliche in the entrepreneur world. If I do it in the rap world, or teaching in the rap world, it's a new concept. Stuff that's cliche in the rap world, if I take it and do it in the entrepreneurship world, it's a new concept. You know, so I really just do that. So I take from different ones and I just move them over to the other side.
I feel you. It makes sense. And I'm sure a lot of people do that. Just rearranging. You know, let me redecorate real quick. Put this couch over by this window. Come here, baby. Help me move this. And then boom, now you love the new space and you driving it. You know, but the key is to always find a way to find a new space and thrive in it. Because the moment you start hitting brick walls and you ain't going nowhere.
Man.
Where you going? Nowhere. So I need you when you rolling. You know what I say? You rolling, you grabbing shit on the way. You know what I'm saying? You meet new people, rubbing elbows. Let me get some of that knowledge.
You smart, man. You got an advantage. You get to learn, pick the brains of like people, bro.
You paid attention.
No, I'll be watching y'all too, man. I'll be watching y'all cash it back. I ain't gonna front like I don't. I'll reach out every now and then to cash and whatever. So I salute. Make sure I throw salute, man. I like how y'all doing y'all thing.
Thank you, man. Yeah, shout out to the team, man. But you rolling, you grab a little bit from everywhere, so that when you get to that next obstacle that's hard to get there, you boom, kick that thing down. It can't nothing stop you, man. You feel me? And if you bust a little bit on your way out, as long as you make it through it, now you can just shine. That's what I love about it, man. Real talk, man. So I mean, what's the ultimate goal? You told me small goals, but everybody like 5 years. No, what's the ultimate goal?
Ultimate. I want to be like a combination of. I want to be like. Are you aware of Tony Robbins or?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to be the more urban version of like Tony Robbins, but also a really big artist too. So even if I don't necessarily have to be as big as Drake as an artist, but I want to be the first rap coach that's like. That can break into the mainstream at least enough, just to let you know, like, I told you I'm doing it to inspire everybody to come up under me, but I ultimately want to be viewed as like the biggest. Let's say this, because eventually I'm going to switch my brand. I'm going to switch it over to like more just life coaching, right? I want to be the biggest rap life coach of all times.
Okay.
I know who I speak for. I want to speak for people like me that come up in bad places that don't know a way out. So I want to be the biggest rapper / life coach of all times.
Right.
Now, I don't know how big that is. That may only be 100,000 followers. It may be 3 million, maybe 3 billion, it may be 50K. But I want to be looked at as the biggest of all times.
Y'all heard him. The biggest for sure.
And in my lane. No matter how big that may be, I want to be looked at the biggest in my lane.
And you better get there.
Yeah.
Because if not,
y'all better help me too. Well,
yeah, because if not,
y'all may not know me.
No, whether you know him or not.
Y'all gonna know me when y'all.
This is the Just B show.
Yeah.
Whether you know him or not, you gotta help.
Yeah, you gotta help. I'm giving y'all these shoes. I'm giving y'all the uncut filter.
Yeah, 100. Ooh, hold on, my head is.
Y'all ain't gotta pay for this right now, so.
Yeah, man. So okay, Cashavelli, how you said you came from Chicago, right? Chicago to Vegas, and then you just who you meet from up here? How you know anybody from up here?
Cashavelli might even know this, so I'm snitching on myself.
Uh-oh.
Me being the My Rap mentor, super marketer extraordinaire.
Okay.
I knew I was gonna move here about 3 months in advance.
Okay.
So I started using like marketing strategies to whoever looked like they was even remotely popping.
Okay.
Remotely. Y'all better take this strategy too. I'm giving you the right?
Free game.
So whoever like they remotely popping, I went to hashtag Las Vegas music event, right?
Okay.
So I'm just scrolling through, and Cash a super marketer too. He probably did some marketing shit too.
Yeah.
Cash a super marketer. He didn't tell me, but marketers compete marketers. I can't confirm that, but I'm almost sure he was
right.
But so when I saw Cash brand, I liked it. It stuck out. It was similar to. I felt like the message was similar to mine. So I just drew to it like, hey, dude, I like what he's doing. I like it. So I just followed him or whatever. And then I did it to a bunch of people that I thought was making moves.
Okay.
So Cash was probably the third person I met out here, like when I just moved. So I ended up meeting this one guy named King. He used to do videos, and he had like an event. So to make a long story short, I ended up meeting him, and I started getting into shows. Then I met another show promoter. So then, I don't know if me and Cash kicked it before that. I doubt it. My memory's a little bad. He invited me on one of his shows, one of y'all showcases, or I ended up inviting him on the radio station. I don't know, but he invited me. My brain a little bit.
I might have to ask Cash later.
But I know when we officially linked, because we mostly just hit each other on IG or something.
Right.
If I see him do something, I salute. Like I told you, I see somebody making moves, I ain't no hater.
Right.
Salute. Sometimes he'll salute. Boom. We liked each other content.
Right.
So he put me on one of their shows, or I end up getting him on the radio station. But that's how we met in person.
Gotcha.
That's how we linked up in person.
Was you on Mug Talk?
Mug Talk.
No. Okay. Then, yeah. Maybe it wasn't.
And that's how we met in person, and I ended up coming over here one time, and then that's how we met in person.
Oh, that's dope.
Then I interviewed him like at least 2 times.
Oh, okay.
Met some other fellas and stuff.
Yeah, man. Well, you about to see him again, man. We almost took group night. I don't even know what time it is. Let me see. 6:31. Oh, we in the group night right now. No, I'm just playing. Hey, man. So again, thanks for coming on the show. You ain't letting loose yet. You ain't off the leash yet, man. I gotta know, man, if you had one piece of advice that you can give anybody in the world, brother, what would that one piece of advice be?
You got one piece of advice. Fuck anybody in the world. One piece of advice.
One piece.
One piece. Let me see. I dig deep in the mentor mind. One piece of advice. I'll say, what come off top? Your environment is going to most likely dictate your success.
I love it. I love it.
If I get one piece, and because I like to speak for people.
Yeah.
You know, anybody, but for the most part, I specifically like to speak to people that came from where I came from. Your environment is going to be a big indicator of your success, your friends and where you stay.
Right.
So, if you want to be successful,
I agree to that.
If you want to be successful, you want to be a winner, try to get around winners.
Yep.
You want to be a loser, stay around losers.
I agree to that message. I sponsored that message. Yes, I do.
Let's be approved.
Nah, but real talk, man. But I gotta tell you, like I tell everybody else, man. If you stop, nigga, I know a lot of people. High up, not high up. I got a lot of friends. I will find you, and I'm gonna come knock on your door. I'll go ask your old foster parents how to get in contact with you. I'm like that, bros, and I mean it. Because you never know who you inspiring. You never know who you motivating, who life you changing. You never know who paying attention, man. You could really be out here making a difference even more than you have been. You feel me? So I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody, nigga, I will come get you and find you. Don't quit. And I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
And I'm happy we finally was able to meet, you feel me? I'm going to give you the opportunity like I've been giving the last few fellas today. Because I'm feeling nice this week. but you can have one opportunity to ask me one question. On camera, of course.
One question. I want to ask you this, but I want to send it to the show. This is nothing crazy, though.
Okay.
What inspired you to get into the podcast game?
Well, I told you my super granny. I call her super granny. She was fighting breast cancer. You know what I mean? She told me, Tim William, that's my other name, y'all. But don't call me that. Call me Just B. But she was like, Tim William, you should be a talk show host like Montel Jordan or Williams, whatever their name is. That one. My bad, no disrespect. You know, Gerardo, like back in them, like Maurice, them type of talk shows. And I was like, what? So I didn't even know what a podcast was. Then I looked it up, and the Joe Rogan Experience came up. I was like, ha ha ha, I like that. For real. So I watched like 12 hours of his show. Maybe like 4 or 5 episodes.
You know, you get like faded and watch on every night.
Yeah, I had to because it's long. Right? But it'd be some very, very intriguing and interesting conversation. So I watched it and I was like, damn, I like that. I can do that. You know, and then I was like, I got a big personality. I think I can do that. I feel like I can be the best at this. But I know I would need to really put some effort into it. So the more that I started to do, I realized like, okay, for me to cater to people that need self-love motivation, that needs to learn how to self-motivate, self-care, you feel me? People that want to unite, and people that's focused on a mission to constantly grow, have constant growth. I was like, I have to be comfortable with getting vulnerable in order for me to understand and relate properly.
Yeah, that was hard for me too.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I was like, the only way I'm going to be able to do that is to just be my damn self. So I ain't gonna be nothing extra, nothing less. I'm gonna just be me.
Let me slap a mini question now.
Go ahead.
Give me a little bit of leeway because I'm the rap mentor. What's your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal? When you hear the name Oprah, how do you feel?
I feel massive, huge.
Right. Oprah has her own network. The own network. It's her own network. The Oprah Winfrey Network, you feel me? But when you hear the name Oprah, I'm sure everybody that's watching know who she is. Have an idea, has been inspired by her, and not even know it. Her name carries weight. Not weight like, oh, rich, whoop, whoop, whoop. No. Scratch all that. Weight like respect.
Yeah.
Inspiration. It's just balled up in that name. I want to be that.
Okay.
I don't care about getting rich. If I do, beautiful. I'll take care of as many people as I can while living my own life, you know what I mean? But my ultimate goal, bro, I just want people to be able to say Just B and be like, oh man, I know the smile, laugh, and motivate, man. That dude positive, he got dope vibes, and I'm gonna do it till I go in the grave. Straight up. And I mean that. It's my outlet, bro. It's therapy for me. You feel me?
Nah, I agree, man. I agree.
Almost got emotional, boy.
Behind the scenes on Patreon.
Yeah. Hey, I be dropping it though, straight up. I be having grown man on here shed tears sometimes. I get a little, shooken up, but I get it. But that's the point of being on here.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you can just let loose and let it out. You feel me? Straight up,
man. I like this, man. This is the first time I actually got to let people know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not cool. They be thinking I'm not crazy. I'm from the shits, bro. It's self-developed, right?
Right. Well, do me a favor, man. Tell them one more time where they can find you.
Yes. Find me on Instagram at ERIC_STACKZ. Also, YouTube, Eric Stackz, ERIC_STACKZ, my rap mentor. Why you want to follow me on YouTube and Instagram, other than my music and being vain, it's all about me and vlogs and shit. I teach independent artists how to rap, build fans, and make money. I even post clips on my YouTube, so it's valuable and it's entertaining at the same time. So
all at once, valuable, entertaining. You're gonna learn something, you're gonna get something, you're gonna get these beautiful gems, man. Make sure, I hope y'all watched the whole thing when you watched it.
Oh, they better.
Because it was some dope gems in there from the both of us. We gave y'all that, man. But y'all already know, I need y'all to do 3 things, and these are my pieces of advice. I live by them, I swear by them, and I'm going to die by them, and it go a little something like this. Number 1, I need you to smile, laugh, and definitely motivate. Number 2, inspire one to inspire all. And last but not least, drop it.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Just B, and welcome to the Just B world, where all we do is focus on positivity, being better than yesterday, and loving yourself.